Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Truth Bomb Tuesday. And I'm shooting this video in my truck instead of walking because I spent this weekend working out for 24 straight hours because my brain is broken. I don't know. So my legs are a little sore, so it would make the video a little shaky, and I'm trying to keep it stable for y'all. So the Truth Bomb today is your need for validation is what's holding you back. Now, there's a lot of things that are holding you back, for sure. There's a lot of things about your mental game that are holding you back. There's a lot of things about the relationships that you have in your life that are holding you back. There's a lot of things that you are holding on to from the past that are holding you back, okay? And we have addressed some of those, and we will continue to address those. But today, specifically, I want to talk about your need for validation. And it's twofold. Okay, number one, and this is the one that kind of sparked the thought. So it was one of the women that I follow that I really respect in the fitness community is a woman named Miranda Alcaraz. She runs a group called Street Parking. Great group. If you are on a super tight budget and you need some fitness, check out Street Parking. And I'm not associated with them. I just love what they do, and I've met a bunch of their people, and they're great people. So she was talking about how her clients, and as she said this, I was like, oh my God, this is so true. She has clients who are asking her, well, how often do you cheat? And how often do you splurge? And how often do you do this cheat meal? And when should I have a cheat meal? And she looked at the camera straight up. She's like, look, I am not gonna validate your shitty decisions about food. And it's so true. Like, how often in life are we trying to improve our life? We're trying to do something good for ourselves, but we want that cheat. We want that cheat meal. We want that reprieve. We want to be able to, you know, like, we've been on a super strict diet, so when can I have a cheeseburger? I've been on a super strict diet. When can I have a beer? When can I have a glass of wine? When can I have a piece of cake? When can I have a brownie? Oh, you know what? Actually, instead, I'm going to just make healthy brownies. I'm going to make healthy cake because it's paleo or it's made with organic coconut sugar or so. It's stupid, and you're validating crappy decisions. Stop it. Okay? Your need to have somebody validate your crappy decision is holding you back. 100%. If you are trying to make your life better and you're always looking for the moment that you get to cheat, that you get to slack off, that you get to take a moment to live back in the life that you're trying to leave behind, you are never going to leave that life behind. It's not going to happen. If you keep trying to revisit something that you know is bad for you, it's going to continue to poison any progress you made. It does not matter if you're on a good track. Great. You've been on a super strict, perfect diet for 21 out of 30 days. And you're like, man, I just need a cheat meal. Okay, go have a cheat meal. But realize that that means that you are stepping backward in time and basically hitting the reset button. Maybe not on your physiology. Maybe, like all the body chemistry on the inside, it may or may not change, and it may or may not cost you the development that you've made so far. But what it will cost you is the development that you've made mentally, the development that you've made emotionally. You've now just hit the reset button. If you are trying to change your life, you have to be all in. You have to actually change your life. You have to completely alter the course of your life. It can't be, I'm going to go and dabble on this trail and then, oh, I'm tired, so I'm going to sit down and have a piece of cake. That's not how that works, okay? And if you have a coach helping you through it, if you have an accountability partner helping you through it, if you're following somebody like me or Miranda and you're like, oh, but how often do you do a cheat meal? How often do you have pizza? How often do you have beer? How often do you have wine? How often do you have sweets? You're looking for that person to validate your crappy decision about living back in a life that you are trying to leave behind. You are going to fail every time if that's how you think about it, okay? That's number one. That's the number one way validation is killing your progress. The other way validation is killing your process is you not even getting started because nobody will validate that your idea is a good one. Maybe you've got an idea to start a business. Maybe you've got an idea that, you know what, I'm going to do this, that, or the other thing because I am sick of my life where it's at and I want to do something different. So I'm going to go and do this. But I'm going to ask 27 people if they think it's a good idea whether or not I do it. And out of those 27 people, it's going to be split right down the middle about, well, yeah, that's a great idea. You should go do it. And the other half are going to go, well, you could do that, or you should do this, or you could do that, or you should do this, or you could. And now you're confused and you don't know what to do. So you don't do anything because you want everybody to validate your decision. It's your life. You make the decision. It doesn't matter what your sister says. It doesn't matter what your mom says. It doesn't matter what your dad did. It doesn't matter what your best friend is doing or thinks about it. It's your life. If you look at something and go, I think that if I go do that, it will make my life better, then go do it and be all in. Don't dip your toe in and think, oh, maybe this will, that's not going to change anything. The only way to change your life, okay, you got to imagine this, all right? If you're going to change your life, it's like you're standing on a dock, okay? Imagine you're standing on this big, long, beautiful boat dock, and you've been on land your entire life. And you look out at this lake, or you look out at the ocean, and you've never been in water in your whole life, and you wonder, I wonder what it feels like to be in water. I think I'm going to go find out. You have two choices at that moment, okay? You can just go all in. Jump the hell into the water and find out. Learn to swim right there in that moment, okay? And I can say that because that's what I did with business, all right? I jumped into business, both feet. I jumped in. I learned. I had to figure out how to not drown. It was brutal. It's been the most brutal journey of my life, but it's also been the most rewarding journey of my life. It has turned me into a different human being, okay? You could do that. Or you could turn around and ask the 30 different people on the dock with you, do you think I should, like, is this a good idea? Should I do this? I feel like this might make me a better person, but I don't really know. Should I do it? Maybe, I don't know. Should I and you're waiting for them to validate. You want all 30 of them to go, yeah, jump on in, it'll be great. What you don't realize is that's never going to happen. You might have 29 people say, yes, do it. It's a great idea. And then that one person that goes, I don't know, is going to make you go, I don't know. And then all you're going to do is you're going to dabble your toe in, you know, oh, that's kind of nice. And then you never leave land. You never leave that dock. You never improve your life. You never take the leap into the life that you want to chase after. If you want to change your life, you got to be all in. You got to jump off the dock. You got to dive into the water. The only way to know what it feels like to be wet and completely submersed in water is to jump off the damn dock, regardless of what anybody else says behind you. You don't need their validation. What you need is to know what you want for your life and go and do it. Stop asking for validation for other people about the decisions that you want to make in your life, good, bad, or indifferent. Make a decision and move forward. That's the only way to improve your life. It's the only way to keep validation from holding you back. That's the truth bomb, folks. Go blow up life. Boom.